Alright, beautiful people, I'm back with another type of pattern. This time we're going to solve hollow triangle pattern. In the earlier lesson, we have seen how to solve hollow rectangle pattern. So if you have seen that, of course, you'll be able to do that. Now, I do not want you to start immediately with my solution. I want you to give it a try. And after solving this, you can come back. If you cannot solve after trying a few minutes, it's completely fine. But I want you to think here. As I already mentioned a lot of times, for any kind of pattern printing, whenever you're dealing with pattern, first think like that step by step. How many rows you want to print, how many columns you want to print, what are the elements you want to print in a column, whether you need to print any space or not, whether there should be any condition or not. These kind of things you can think, okay? And also it's a good practice to trace by yourself at first, okay? So you can pause the video and you can give it a try and then you can come back. All right, I think you have already tried it and you have done it. If you could not do it, no problem. We're going to do it together. So let's start. First of all, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to draw. So that will help me to understand. Here, I'm going to draw, let's say 4 rows. Because if the user gives us n equal 4, then that means we're going to create 4 rows. Let's do that. I will try my best to be correct as much as possible here, to make it a little bit more beautiful. Okay, there you go. This is our first row, second row, third row, and fourth row. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to create the row number. This will give you better concept how this pattern like behaving or structured. So here I'm going to create R3 and R4. So we have row numbers for each row. Now we are going to do the same thing for the column. So there will be 4 columns in the end, as you can see for sure. So here I'm going to create C2, C3, and C4. Okay. So as the last one has 4 columns, that means we are going to create 4 columns here. Let's do that. I'm going to divide it like this. Fair enough. Now let's think about, in the first row, we can see that first column, all the first column, they're going to have the asterisk. All the rows for the first column, they have this asterisk. This is something we can see already. And the last row also have asterisk as well. All the columns of the last row is going to have this star symbol. This is something we can see as well. Now, what about the second row? Let's try to analyze this. The second row also is going to have column for the second column. For the third row, the third column is going to have this asterisk. So this is our hollow triangle. And now we need to think how this is behaving. First of all, how many rows will be there? That depends on the user input. So if the user gives us 4, we're going to create 4 rows. Okay. Now let's go back to the code and try to start, implementing this. So this is our last code that we have created for the rectangle, hollow rectangle. And I'm not going to go through because I already explained so many times. So let's just focus on this loop. So this is the outer loop for creating the number of rows. Fair enough. Let's go back here. Now, what about the number of columns? So the number of columns depends on the user input as well, because as you can see, the maximum number of column we're going to create is 4. So again, this loop for creating the column, the inner loop, is completely perfect here. Okay, this is what we need. But now, what about printing the star? When we should print the star? So what we can see for all the column, for the rows, the first row, C1, all the C1 is going to, have this star symbol. And of course, the first one is going to have the star symbol. Also, the last row is going to have star symbol everywhere, right? So there are 3 conditions we can already prepare. Let's do that. Maybe I can come back here for printing the star actually. So if it is last row, there are many ways we can do this. Maybe I can just get rid of this one. Again, let's think like that. For all the first column, we are going to print star. For all the first column, we are going to print the star. When it is the last row, we are going to print the star. And there is one more thing we can think like that. What about this? What about this? Here, the pattern is, you can see when the row number is equal to the column number, row number is equal to the column number, row number is equal to the column number, then we are going to print star as well. So first one, row 1, column 1, we need to print star. Here, this one, row 2, column 2, we need to print star. Here, this one, row 3, column 3, we need to print star. Of course, row 4, column 4 is going to print star as well, because this is something we already covered. So think again. First, we have already covered this column 1. So whenever this is column 1, we're going to print star. And this is something we've already done. Then when it is the last row, we're going to print star. This is something already we mentioned here. But now we can add something like this. When the row and column number is same, we're going to print star. Okay? Because that's how, this row 1 C1, R2 C2, R3 C3, R4 C4 behaving anyway. So that should be all. We can give a try now. Otherwise, we're going to print space. So if this doesn't work with this condition, then we're not going to print star, we're going to print space, as we need space as well. Now let me compile and run. Before that, I'm going to clean. So let me just clean it here. All right, so here I'm going to run again. Let's say if I give 5, there you go. You can see this hollow triangle is working completely fine. Hopefully you got the concept of hollow triangle here. Now you can try this exact same pattern for alphabet, for number, for binary, for repeated number, for some other pattern of symbols like hash as well. So that should be all for now.